Hello jumping family, it is time for another rebounding unboxing. Once you count out the bungees you want, make sure you put these in a safe place that you won't lose them, because you never know when you'll need them again. So I'm going to take 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then I want 36 green ones. Okay, next step, what you're going to want to do is flip the rebounder upside down. So you're going to want the logo facing down. And then you're going to take the bungees and put them in. So for this, it's super simple. You're just going to click it in. I'll bring the camera closer just so you can see. And then you're going to adjust. So there's a part that almost looks like there's tape around it, and you're just going to put it in between there. And the other thing is they have some buckles that have a little green thing on it. I'll show you closer. That is going to be the one that's going to go around the leg. So it's really cool they added that so you know exactly where to put it. So first of all, I'm going to change this one because I'm going to use 5 black bungees. So I'm going to put them exactly where this is, just that it looks sharp. So this is where you're going to want the leg. So the bungee is going to go around the leg. So what you're going to do is just pull the bungee in, and then you're just going to adjust so that that goes right through. Clip it in, move it like that. And then go around, do it all, whatever order you want, but super simple. So finish that up and we'll meet at the next step. So there you have it. You're gonna have all the bungees on, and then the next step is we're gonna put the frame and legs together. So what you're gonna do is take these, okay? And then, so remember there's that green little material here, and that's the bungee that the leg is gonna go through. And then all you're gonna do is take the leg, put the leg through the bungee, and sit it like that. Okay, so next you wanna make sure that you're taking the piece that's gonna go slide in here. Put the leg through the bungee, and sit it like that. Up to you in the order you want to do it. You could sit it up and slowly start to put them in. And then as you can see, we're going to create that frame. So find that material, that little green tick there, put the leg through. Feel free to sit it up and then put it in there. It's awesome. The fact that the legs are on is so cool. It's going to increase the quality so much. So put through the bungee, lift up, and snap it in there. Easy peasy. And there you go. So again, I put together so many rebounders, and this one's seamless so far. Sometimes you really have to like jam it in, but all of these are fitting together just like a puzzle piece. Next step is we're gonna put on our screws here just to make our base nice and firm. So get out this pack. Next step is you're gonna want these locking screws. So what it looks like is this, where it's hollow there. And then you're gonna want these with a little blue tick, and you're gonna want 6 total. What you're gonna do is take the longer one, put it in here, and then take the one with the blue mark, put it underneath here. And then you're gonna use these 2 because you're gonna need one to hold it still, and then the other one to tighten it. So you just have to put pressure onto one to make sure it doesn't move, and then the other one you just tighten it up. And you're gonna wanna make sure this is as tight as you can, and then you'll do that with each one. Okay, so just showing you a close up here. So what you're gonna do is take this one and this one, put it through, there you go, and then put the other one in. And then feel free to just tighten it a little bit so it stays in place. And then you're gonna take both of these. So you need one to hold one still. You can also lift up the trampoline if that's easier for you. And then just hold it, and then you're gonna tighten it with the other one. And there you go. Next step is putting on the bungees. So grab that tool. It's funny, I'm like, don't lose it. And I'm like, where's the tool? You are going to make sure they're not tangled at all. And see how this one's around the leg. We can start with this one. For the leg, what you're gonna do is just pull it and then tuck it in. You kind of have to force it a little bit, especially the leg ones. There you go. It didn't make it look seamless, did I? And then you just clip it in. But I promise you it is seamless, and this is where you're gonna wanna use the tool. But what I recommend doing is going this side and then back on this side. So do all the legs first, just so that we don't put all the bungees here, because then it's pulling really hard, and then it'll be hard to do the other side. So do all the legs, and then I'll show you another close-up of how to do the bungees. You can feel how good the bungees are. The other thing with BCAN is they used to like overlap, but here, since they're thicker bungees this time around, they don't overlap, and you can really feel that pull, which is gonna be so great when we jump. Okay, so next, I'll show you how to use this tool. So grab a bungee, make sure again they're not tangled. Make sure this part, the duct tapey looking part, is here. Remember, they move, so just focus on that as you're doing it. And then take the tool. So thin side pointing up. What you're gonna do is put it underneath the bungee, like so. Put the thick part here on the clip, and then you're just gonna snap. Like, do you see how easy that was? Love the colors. The black and green look so sharp. This is 48 inches, again, just for reference, so it's a little bigger. For the T-bar, what we need is to find the leg that has 2 holes. We're going to take off the foot, so you just kind of have to shimmy it a little bit. Oh, that came off better than I thought. And then you're going to take this big leg, you're gonna put it in. You can do this after or before, whatever you want. And then you're gonna line up the holes. So here you're gonna want this facing towards you. So if I'm me, it's facing towards the right. And then you're just gonna place it into the leg. So this is gonna fill up both spaces. There we go, you can kind of hear it when it's in all the way. And then what you're going to do is grab this long screw with the bolt and then the thicker Allen key. And then you're gonna put this on top. And then you're going to put it in the hole. Make sure it goes all the way through. It went in seamlessly. You can turn it a little bit, but then make sure you tighten it with this. Put the washer on. I think I called it a bolt. Pretty sure it's called a washer. Put the washer on. There you go. Long screw. Doesn't matter what it's called. And then put it in the other hole. So be so proud of yourself. This is step number 1 and you're crushing it. You're about to get to the fun part. This is the hardest part. You're doing it. Putting it together. And then it's all fun from here. But seriously, kudos for trying something new. If this is your first time rebounding, it's scary trying new things, but also exciting. But it's especially hard to do it as adults where we don't do it as much. So again, be so proud of yourself. So tighten them as much as you can. Okay, next step is you're gonna put this in. So this part is gonna be at the top. If it's moved down, just make sure you pull it out. And then you're just gonna slip it in here. And then this is the cool part. So you're gonna see 3 holes on the side and then this big one. So what you wanna do is line it up, but this is very dependent on the height you want, okay? So if you look in, you'll be able to see the hole. I'm just gonna put it on this one for now. But what you want is when you're standing, you want your arm at about a 90-degree angle. You don't want it too high or too low. If it's too low, like let's say you're jogging, your legs might hit it. So just find what works best for you, but super easy to adjust. All you do is take this out and then move it up or down. Okay, tighten it as much as you can. And then, my friends, we are at the final part. So you should have 2 more screws left. Okay, and then make the logo face out, look super cool, super sharp. I love their minimalist style. And then you're gonna take the screw. Where to go? Okay, so it's the worst to drop the screw on this carpet because all these little black dots look like screws. Okay, we're gonna find it. I just want to jump on it. Okay, so just make sure you go and tighten all the screws on everything. And you can feel like I still have to tighten it here. So just go around, tighten it as much as you can, and then we are going to jump on it. I'm so excited. All right, there we have it. There is the beautiful BCAN Soft Bounce Rebounder. So again, remember to keep those bungees somewhere safe. And let's try it out. I'm so excited. Now for the moment of truth. Yes, so good. As you can see in the middle, I don't know if you can tell, but try looking under my feet. You can see that I'm getting a lot more bounce, and that's so nice. Okay, so I only have 6 black bungees on, so I could change all those to green if I want them a little softer. And again, over time, they get softer and softer as well, so that's cool because if you're like, it's too soft, you can switch it up, put on some more black bungees. But such a good bounce. So key for rebounding is it's low impact. So if it's too firm, you're getting too much return that again, it's just like you're jumping on the floor. Okay, but once I'm on here, you can really feel the mat absorbing a lot of the shock and I can do all my moves. I love 48 inches because look at how much space I have. The T-bar I could put a little higher if I want, but it's also in the perfect spot because if I were to do jogs, it doesn't get in the way, whereas sometimes bars come over, so they put it in such a good position. And this is honestly just for you if you want to hold on to it lightly so you're not worried about falling off. But I'm going to show you the difference between the two, but I'm so happy, so excited, so pumped about this bungee rebounder. I would recommend it happily, and if you got one, I would be so excited for you. I would only recommend things I believe in, so that's why I'm so excited to try it. And personally, so just for reference, I'm around 125 pounds, and I did a lot of the soft bungees. So if you're around my weight and are worried that a lot of green ones will be too soft, I think you'll be able to handle it, even as a beginner. So that's just my opinion. So good, so fun.